guys, welcome back to the vlog. Today is a very special episode and I'm a little bit nervous to share it, and that is because it's my disability story and it's my life's journey with cerebral palsy. I decided to do this interview with a very special person, Megan Blanc. You guys have met her before. She also happens to be an adaptive athlete and one of the best basketball players in the world. So she decided to help me with this interview and bring out some things in me that I have not talked about in a long time. I hope it helps some of you out. Please enjoy.
Explain your disability for your viewers.
For those who are coming to the vlog for the very first time or who don't know more specifics, I don't suffer.
You don't suffer. Don't cut that part out either. It's fun.
I was diagnosed with spastic diplegia, cerebral palsy. So my brain has a little bit of nerve damage in the cerebral cortex of the brain.
From when you were born.
From when I was born.
Because of a lack of oxygen, right?
Exactly.
Is it only tight muscles, like only spasticity that causes you to like have a hard time walking?
My specific case?
Yeah.
Yes and no. I have extreme spasticity, but I also have one leg shorter than the other, and that comes from a surgery.
Do you have a lack of oxygen? What was the
delivery complication? Umbilical cord was wrapped around my neck, and I wasn't breathing when I came out. I looked like a blueberry.
Jeez. How old were you when you first started noticing you were different than the other kid?
I had a walker, I had braces, so I was different right from the start.
But you didn't know until you went to school. Like it didn't really, it didn't affect you. Like this is just who you are.
Yeah, definitely.
And then you went to school and you had all your gear and you were ready for school and excited for your friends and then what? Maybe like at recess you couldn't like do stuff and you saw the other kids doing the stuff and you realized something's different.
Yeah, I couldn't keep up. I was physically designated as severe with cerebral palsy. So I had canes that you could hear from a mile away. I had braces that were literally big plastic blocks on my leg. They took up at least half of my leg.
Did they go all the way up?
Nope. Half.
Yeah. What did they do? Hold your feet up or something?
No, they corrected my gait, or they at least tried to.
Okay.
So they tried to correct my gait, but you could see them in my pictures, like they were just big plastic white things. You're like, what's that?
Yeah.
What is that? Oh, I got made fun of a few times, plenty of times.
What did they do to make fun of you?
Like it would be underhanded stuff. Like now that I look back on it, they'd be like, oh, here he comes, you know, like the loud kid or whatever, things like that. Like I had a nickname called Woblets back in the day because I wobbled.
Yeah.
And so that's what they called me. I thought it was a term of endearment.
Oh.
But now looking back on it, it's like that. Like I was just trying to do anything to fit in, like because I wanted friends, and I had friends, sure, but
you felt like you didn't fit in.
Yeah, like I was like we played a game when I was a kid. If it was spoken, if the way the game started was simple, it was deck wobblets, a code for a game of like tackling me into the ground into wood chips.
And you would just be like,
at the time I like loved it because it was my way of being part of something.
But you would just be, you didn't even know it was coming and all of a sudden the kids are tackling you.
No, they would just be like, deck wobblets! And that's when I immediately knew like, I better run. You know?
Oh.
Yeah. That's when I dropped my canes and I would just, like, I would laugh and play and run around and try to avoid.
But at the same time, did it kind of hurt your feelings?
Of course it hurt, like physically it hurt, like, because I got leveled a few times.
And so, but did it also hurt your feelings a little bit, but you were trying to be cool and tough?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, but I got up from it.
Yeah, of course. You're a tough guy.
And then it was kind of cool because the game kind of evolved. And when the teachers would stop it, because they would see me get just like graded into wood chips. It's like, you know, and I'd just like be spitting out wood chips and be like, yeah, let's go again, you know, and then Oh,
with your canes,
yeah.
like over on the other
No,
end.
I wouldn't even have my canes.
I know, 'cause
I
you
would
drop 'em
I
and
would
run.
ditch them. Yeah, like that's like. And looking back on that, like when there was very little assistive technology at that time, it's like that's pretty gnarly, like to do that.
So tell me about the time that you said you got beat up because of your disability when you were still in elementary school.
I lived in a place called Greenback Lane Apartments.
Is that in California?
It is in Northern California, where I grew up.
What city?
Citrus Heights, California.
Were the kids your age that beat you up?
Maybe a little older.
So how did it happen?
The first time I was playing in the park at the apartment complex, and
With your little canes.
with my canes, yeah, canes.
How old were you?
I was like 6, 7.
Was your mom there?
No, I was with my dad at the time.
Okay.
So
So he was like sitting across the park or
no,
something?
I was completely alone. Parents gave me the responsibility or the gift of being independent and getting outside and doing things on my own. Each time I was beaten up, it wasn't by just one person. It wasn't by 2 people or 3 people or even 4 people. It was always 5 or more. I remember being kicked while I was on the ground. That's kind of...
Do you remember like crying or yelling for...
I laid on the ground for a while, I couldn't move. And then my sister found out and she came running. And she found me in the field laying on the grass.
Crying?
Yeah, and she had to pick me up and help me back to the house.
How old was your sister?
She was 10.
How old were you the second time it happened?
6.
It happened again, same...
Yeah, it wasn't that long of time. And it was... Half of the group was the same, and the other half was new.
Where were you the second time?
Coming down the slide.
Were you by yourself again?
I was by myself again. Yeah.
I can't believe you still had the guts to go to the park by yourself.
I wanted to be outside. It's like I wanted...
Yeah, were you scared at all?
No, because I got jumped. Like, that was the official time where I got jumped, and I did not expect it at all. Like, they were hidden. I came down the slide. My feet were off of the slide. They were like just like this. There were 2 dudes waiting at the bottom. So my head came off of the slide and there was a rubber mat and I hit my head on the rubber mat and I was just like shocked. And then they dragged me off of that and then they beat me up.
And then the third time?
The third time was at the same park.
Same year?
Not the same year, it was like a year after that.
And you were by yourself again?
I got myself again.
Oh my gosh.
I always have a saying, you know, my family, my mom, they gave me the Navy SEALs training of living with a disability.
Good.
It was harsh. I was brought up hard.
I mean, yeah, you were going to the park with your little canes when you were like 6, even after you got beat up by yourself.
Like, my parents never once like let me make any excuses for myself. I went through an intensive surgery when I was a boy. Like, I was only 8 years old and I lost my ability to walk. Like, legitimately lost it.
After the surgery?
Yeah.
Or before?
Yeah, after the surgery.
Why did you have the surgery?
Because it was supposed to correct my gait in ways that wouldn't happen without it.
Yeah.
So I was told, like, legitimately, we were at a doctor's appointment and my doctor had a file this big of just my life, and that was only at age 8. That's a big file.
Yeah.
And she just flipped it a couple times and she looked at the page. She was like, yeah, Jacob's not gonna walk by the time he's 16. Flipped it closed and walked up. They flipped the hamstrings and the hips, so they replaced the tendons in each. And then they took 2 clamps, put them in my quads, and fractured both of my femurs completely. And my knees were messed up, or they reattached all my knee ligaments, all that jazz. Because obviously if you rotate them, it's going to detach all the ligaments. So that's what happened.
Wow.
And I was in casts from my feet all the way up to my hips. They wanted to do my back, all the way up my back.
Jeez, it sounds like an experimental surgery.
It was a case study.
Yeah.
Like, I was, like, before the surgery, I was rolled into an auditorium of 250 doctors. Before I end this vlog, I just wanted to say thank you to all of you who decided to watch. It's a really important story that we feel could help a lot of people, and thank you to Megan Blunk for holding this interview. This is not the end of the story. We decided to divvy it up into a few episodes, so it's going to be a series because there's lots to tell and there's definitely more to come. So if you liked the video, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell icon right next to it so you don't miss out when new content drops. And always, always, all waves, hey, keep charging for your dreams and goals. I'm prone to ride. We out.